We're back in geometry, lesson 1-11. Today's date is Friday, September 20th, 9/2019, which is funny because it's like 2019, but it's only 20/19.
Wow, that's so cool.
I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool. Someone pointed it out to me in Algebra 1.
You know what's happening today? That's really cool.
Isn't it the start of the climate protest?
No, Area 51.
Area
They're
51
going to find a solution to climate change.
That's not going to go well. Anyway,
Solution to climate change.
if I have a quadrilateral, label this shape. Oh wait, hold on. Objective. Someone read the objective. Julian.
Will determine the classification of properties of quadrilateral trees.
Exactly. Yep. So
What?
quadrilaterals. This thing is a quadrilateral. Label it. Q-U-A-D. Quad. Ril. At. Quadrilateral. This shape, I'm going to label underneath. I hope that doesn't weird anyone out. I'm labeling underneath. This is a quadrilateral. It has a family tree, and I'm going to put that in air quotes because it's not really a family tree, but it's a good way to think about the properties of quadrilaterals. So, Mr. Quadrilateral has 3 children. I don't know if they're feminine or male. I don't know what's going on here. But I'm going to draw a line that connects the family tree. So, this is a line. In fact, I have a tool that makes straight lines. I should be using that. You can just do sketch lines. That goes here, this goes here, and this goes here. So quadrilateral has 3 children that we care about. There's probably other ones in here too that are kind of messed up and we don't really care about. But these are the ones that we care about. Quite raise hand. Who can name one of these 3 children? Gunner.
That one is a trapezoid.
Far left is trapezoid, is that right? Okay,
Yeah,
trapezoid.
trapezoid.
Label it, trapezoid. You can turn in your card. Monse is going to give you the 50 XP for participation. I've revamped the XP so it's easier to see. So Monse, 50 XP to Gunner for the participation. Got it all right? Oh man, you're so fast. All right, I didn't even see you do it. Quite raise hand if you know the properties of a trapezoid. All right, I'll give it to you. Trapezoid has 2 parallel lines. That's it. It's just 2 parallel lines.
Wow, so cool.
Well, I guess it's 2 parallel lines and 2 non-parallel lines. So I can do double to indicate that they're parallel. That's all you really need to know about trapezoids. Who can name one of the other children?
One.
I see a hand. Is there any other hand?
Oh, one.
By the way, I get Andres' and Sergio's card because your cards came in from warm-up. So far we have 4 people that are in for participating. We'll go Sergio.
Juan.
Which one?
Juan. Like the middle.
The middle one?
Name Juan.
It's
Name
not
is
named
safe.
Juan. Gunner?
Rhombus.
Good guess, but no, you still get 50 XP for participating. Jose? No? Okay, so I'm going to give it to you then. This is called a parallelogram.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, I didn't have time to answer.
A parallelogram. So it's trying to one-up its brother/sister, the trapezoid. And a parallelogram doesn't just have 2 parallel sides. It has 2 sets of parallel sides. So not only is this side right here parallel to this side, but the top and bottom are also parallel. Everything there is parallel. There's a bunch of more properties about a parallelogram. I mean, I could probably spend a day on each of these shapes. I kind of just have to get through them, unfortunately, because that's how curriculum works, sadly. Yeah, parallelogram. That's the main thing that you need to know about parallelograms is it has 2 sets of parallel sides. These are parallel, that's set 1. These are parallel, that's set 2. 2 sets of parallel sides. They are opposite of each other. No questions. No one's throwing up the sign language letter Q. Then we're moving on to our final one. The final child. Let's go fly. What is that called? Anyone that has a card? Yeah, Jose? Oh, good guess, but it's not a diamond. You still get 50 XP for participating. Andres?
Shape with 4 sides. A.K.A. quadrilateral.
It is a quadrilateral because it is a son of the quadrilateral.
Yeah.
It's called a kite.
What? A kite.
A kite.
Gunner.
A kite is defined by the following property, that the top 2 lengths of the kite are congruent and the bottom 2 lengths of the kite are congruent. But notice that nothing is parallel. It's like that one weird family member that's just totally unlike the rest of the family. I'm not parallel at all, but I have my other qualities. Kite. All right. No questions, no questions. All right, so the cool thing about the family tree is if I am a son/daughter of a quadrilateral, then I have all the properties of a quadrilateral. Namely, a quadrilateral has 4 sides, so all of these have 4 sides. All of their children also have 4 sides, etc., etc. They inherit the properties of their parents. So the trapezoid will give its properties of having 2 parallel sides to its child. The child will have even more properties, though. So this is not only a trapezoid, it is also a quadrilateral. This is not only a parallelogram, this is a parallelogram, it's quadrilateral, and it's going to have its own special name. Is everyone clear on how the family tree works? I inherit the properties from above. This is a kite, which means it is also a quadrilateral. You can give it multiple names. It is a kite. It is also a quadrilateral because it is a son of the quadrilateral. Let's move on to the next set of children. The trapezoid gave birth to this guy underneath. Let's do a straight line. Trapezoid came down right there. And this is called an isosceles trapezoid. I can never spell isosceles. Let's try it. I'm going to have to Google it. Sorry, guys. I don't know how to spell. I would have gotten it right. isosceles. Isosceles trapezoid.
Isosceles triangle.
You can have an isosceles triangle as well. This is an isosceles trapezoid. So not only is it a trapezoid, and is there a quite hand, what are the markings that I should put on this thing? Because it inherited the properties of its parent. Is there any hand that has a card? No hand that has a card, Sergio?
Parallel lines.
Yeah, it has parallel lines. But it's going to also have another property. Not only are these 2 sides parallel, but these 2 sides are congruent.
2 sets of parallel lines.
So it has 1 set of parallel lines.
Parallel sides.
So parallel sides and congruent sides. That makes an isosceles trapezoid. So far, so good. No one's throwing up the sign language cue. I'm trying to talk and talk to give you guys time to digest because I'm still talking and you're digesting and you're understanding. And then we are moving on to the parallelogram gave birth to 2 beautiful children. Here they are. Bada bing, bada boom. The kite doesn't have any children. It's kind of its own little thing. I guess you could think of like maybe a delta shape. We're not going to get into it. You could probably go crazy with a family tree if you really wanted to. The parallelogram gave birth to these 2 guys. Anyone want to take a guess at their children's names? Hopefully you learn one of them in like kindergarten or something. Is there a card out there? Is there a card out there? Oh yeah, Cohen is raising his hand with his card, so I know he has his card. Which one are you doing? This one? No, this one. Okay, rectangle. Rectangle. So a rectangle not only is a parallelogram, so we should annotate all of its sides. Annotate it just the same as a parallelogram. These 2 side lengths are parallel. These 2 side lengths are also parallel. It is a parallelogram, but also what? Anyone want to take a guess what the additional properties are? Gunnar?
Rhombus.
Oh, you're going to give the name for the next one? It is indeed a rhombus.
I just wanted to say rhombus. I didn't.
This is not a rhombus, though. Rectangle cannot be a rhombus unless it is a square. Okay. What is another annotation that I can give to the rectangle that makes it even more unique than a parallelogram? Andres?
So it has 4 right angles. And it has 2 sets of parallel sides.
So it still has 2 sets of parallel sides like the parallelogram. And the additional thing which you said is right angles. Every single one of these angles is right. That is what makes a rectangle. So again, because a rectangle is a son or daughter of parallelogram, which is a child of a quadrilateral, I can say this is a rectangle, obviously. This is also a parallelogram. This is also a quadrilateral. It is all of these things. Hopefully I'm starting to bore you with how easy this is. If it's too easy, then that's a good thing. Let's talk about Gunnar's rhombus. This is also a parallelogram. Label it. Label it with the annotations. This is also a parallelogram. We can all see that those sides are indeed parallel. But what also do I have? An additional property. Andres? Ooh, hold on. Fernando. Congruent sides. Every single one of these sides is congruent. I'm going to do this in yellow so it pops up more. Each one of these sides is a tick mark. Each one of these sides are congruent, the same length. So I think that rhombus is, generally speaking, the hardest shape when it comes to doing Khan Academy or just geometry in general. The way to think about a rhombus is think of a square that someone sat on. That's a rhombus. Someone sat on a square. That's the easiest way to think about a rhombus. All right. And then the rectangle and rhombus are going to be slightly incestuous, I guess. They're going to both make a child together, even though they are siblings. Ooh, I don't know. It might have like a chin that's really far forward. I don't know. It might be not as smart as the other children. I don't know. We'll see. Quiet raised hand. This is called a what? What is the name? It's a nice, easy name. Hopefully we know this. Quiet raised hand, Julian. Quiet raised hand. It is not a triangle, by the way.
Triangular shape.
Why? Come on, guys. There's like a ton of people that have cars out there. Jose? It is indeed a square.
Wow.
All right, so label it with all the properties of both a rhombus, a rectangle, a parallelogram. All of those things should be included. So go ahead and write those things. It should be 2 parallel sides, another 2 parallel sides. Oop, missed that one. We should have right angles, right angles, right angles, right angles. And because it's a son of a rhombus or daughter, it's a child of the rhombus, all of these sides are also congruent. They have tick marks on them. That is what makes a square.
Wow.
So, a square is one of those really cool, unique shapes because I can say, this is a square, this is a rhombus, this is a rectangle, this is a parallelogram, and this is a quadrilateral, all in one shape. It has so many names. Question?
Who's the oldest?
Who's the oldest? I mean, the quadrilateral is like old grandpa.
Those three.
Old grandpa.
Oh, I don't know.
Mr. Sindel, so when a rhombus and the rectangle have their night, they make the square. But like the rhombus, since it has all equal sides, it like the baby has all equal sides, but the rectangle doesn't.
Right.
And the rectangle has right angles, but the rhombus doesn't. So it takes a little bit of each and then forms into.
Exactly. It takes the best of everything.
I don't know.
Let's do some examples. Oh, question.
What if the rhombus and the isosceles trapezoid, like, and then what shape would that be?
It doesn't really make any shape that we would know because it'd probably be already reclassified as something else. All right, example 1. Which of the following quadrilaterals are parallelograms? All right, so everyone is going to be doing this. Everyone's going to be doing a thumbs up, thumbs down. You cannot do thumbs in the middle. Take a guess. You have a 50-50 shot. Is this shape a parallelogram? Give me thumbs. All right, Monty, it's going to be 10 XP for everyone at the very top. It's a procedure. It is indeed a parallelogram, so don't check the not parallelogram. It is a parallelogram. All right, what about this next shape? Give me a thumbs up or thumbs down. Is it a parallelogram? It has to be thumbs up or thumbs down. It cannot be in the middle. It is not a parallelogram because a parallelogram up here needs to have 2 sets. And he needs to have 4 sides. All of them are parallel to the opposite. So this is not a parallelogram. What about example, this third one? Is that a parallelogram? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Come on, everyone do it. Everyone do it to get the 10 XP. It is indeed a thumbs down. It is not a parallelogram. It needs to have opposite sides that are parallel. These 2 sides are opposite and they are not parallel, so it is not a parallelogram. All right, so there should be a total of 30 after all of example 1. There's 2 more 10 XPs, Monse. All right, example number 2. We're on the back. What kind of quadrilateral is the shape shown here? And I'm choosing multiple answers. I'm probably going to be choosing at least 2. If not all of them. We'll see. All right. So what I want you to do is circle your own answers. Test it out. If you're wrong, it's okay. You're just going to learn. Go ahead and do this by yourself. And after you circle some letters, check with the person to the left and right of you and see if they got the same answers. You have exactly 10 seconds. Take a guess. Look at your family tree. That thing. What does it look like? You're checking to the left and right of you now. Checking to the left and right. Oh, 10 XP. Thank you, Monte. All right, so quiet raise hand. What are the answers? I'm looking for a card. Who still has their card? Who still has their card? Fernando, you shouldn't have your card anymore. You should have your card turned in. Anyone that still has their card? Oh, Monse, you have your card.
A, B, and D.
A, B, and D like that?
Yeah.
All right, give her a thumbs up, thumbs down. I see some thumbs up, some thumbs down. So I will give you the answer. It's a good guess. You give yourself 50 XP because you did participate. It is actually incorrect. Can someone give me a quiet raised hand to tell me why, though? Cohen.
It's not a square, it's tilted.
Yeah, someone sat on it. If someone sat on it and I don't have right angles, then it turns it into a rhombus and not a square. So we're going to come back here and undo the square, and there's the correct answer. Thank you, Cohen. That's 50 XP for participating. Say again?
All sides are equal.
All sides are equal, so it's a rhombus. I agree.
But also squares also have.
Squares are like that, but you have to have right angles also.
Oh.
You have to have all those properties. It's very strict to be a square. Other questions for example 2. Questions. Then we're on to example number 3. Which of the following statements must be true about a rhombus? And we're choosing all answers that apply, which means we could choose A, B, and C if we wanted to. All right, again, we're reading these. It has 4 sides of equal lengths, okay? It has 4 right angles. It has 2 pairs of parallel opposite sides. All right, so take a guess. Circle some things. Take a guess. Circle some things. And again, check with the people to the left and right of you. Take a guess. Check with the people to the left and right of you. Check your elbow partners. Did they get the same thing? Maybe you'll have a discussion. It'll be brief. No, because of this. Yes, because of this. All right. Quiet raised hand. What are our answers? Quiet raised hand. Jose.
A and C.
A and C. Give him thumbs up or thumbs down. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Gunnar, why'd you say thumbs down? Oh, just kidding. All right. It is indeed correct. Thank you, Jose. There you get your 50 XP. It doesn't look like I got everyone's cards, so Monse cannot give the additional 100 XP for having everyone in the class participate. Maybe another day. Do not do the summary. You may start on Khan Academy. Monse, do you believe everyone was positive and hardworking today? All right, you should give everyone the 100 XP then. We could have got 200 XP. We only get the 100. Maybe next time. All right, that concludes the notes.